I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. You hold my phone and won't leave me alone. I'm placebo, blank, coke and Patron. I'm on coke and Patron, 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 coke and Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. If you hold my phone and won't leave me alone, I'm placebo, blank, coke and Patron. I'm on that coke and Patron, 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 coke and Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. I'm on that coke and Patron, 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 coke and Patron. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes on my scope. I'm hiding your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold that control. All this coke and Patron, I'm hiding my soul, no eyes on my scope. I'm hiding your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold the control. All this coke and Patron won't leave me alone. She say I treated her wrong. See, I don't believe it at all. I don't trust her so outside of my own. I'm out of control. Ain't bad all these loans. Time to get back on the road. See, this is stats getting sold. I'm scratching them off, just like the jackpot I'm on. Young touch, I'm back on the wall. Reminiscing, playing basketball at the course for the gas. Now we draft for a sport. Dick is your bows in the jersey with forces. Jordans was actually on. Nike and Reebok, the glasses was on. Now Gucci and Louis be on. Polo and Troy be on. I'm on in the jewelry be on. I like a movie be on. I'm on that coke and Patron, 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 coke and Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes on my scope. I'm hiding your hopes and inviting your hoes. Coke and Patron, coke and Patron, coke and Patron, coke and Patron, coke and Patron. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes on my scope. I'm hiding your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold the control. All this coke and Patron, I'm on coke and Patron. Only 10 in the morning, I might fuck around and drink all of this shit. Smoking ozone with codeine inside of my swisher to compliment all of my hits. EMOJI waking up early in the morning, I push off the whip and get on with this shit. Ball with the wall off the wall till I fall off a million, 1 millions, we all getting rich. I'm on so much of this coke and Patron, my blood alcohol content give all the suspense. Possibly leaning on promethazine in the moment, my smoking the black in this bitch. Roll up the rest of the nuggets so blinded, I just got a package, no bag in this shit. Just up the plus like a whole bunch of cars on the road, what that mean? I was traffic and shit. Next year I'm moving my talents to Cali, I swear that I ain't looking back at this shit. I'm in your neighborhood service and urban law 24 hours, no grocery boy. Black about mixed with the cushion and see with the rebels tonight, I'm on coke and Patron. You hold my phone and won't easy, but on the play me blaming coke and Patron. I'm on that coke and Patron, 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 coke and Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. I'm on that coke and Patron, 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 coke and Patron. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes in my scope. I'm hiding your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold that control. All the coke and Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. I've been no eyes in my scope. I hide your hoes.
Do you see how many?
No, I just know they're taking down the landmarks. And like every time you guys stop, and then I stop.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the live stream.
They take it down.
Trying to figure out a good overlay to set up here real quick. Alright, here we go. We'll rock with this one. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. Thank you guys for coming through. It's good to see everybody. I have been on vacation for a few days, and so I haven't had a chance to really get back and give you guys my honest review on the Division 2. So I just got back, and you guys, we're going to go ahead and get into this because I got a whole lot to say. Alright guys, so had a chance to sit and play through Tom Clancy's Division 2. I actually had some business to take care of, so I really only got one day to play the private beta. So at best, you know, I got to see as much as I could. So before we get started, a big shout out to Child of Light, Exodus, Michael Emmanuel. Who else is in the stream? Boston Pilot. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a live stream. Let's look at some of the comments. I have a feeling it's going to be get heated. There's no Division 2, only upgraded Division. Explain. You know what, guys? So there's been a lot of comments that, you know, go from this is really Ghost Recon. I've heard a lot of people say that this is just freaking Ghost Recon disguised as the Division 2. And if you played Ghost Recon before, you'll definitely know that the movement of the characters has changed, and it really matches Ghost Recon. In addition to that, hey, what's up? Well, no, Chris, how you doing, my man? You guys, in addition to that, you know, I have some serious concerns. If you guys played the game, you can actually go back and look at it yourself. You know, especially if you saved any clips. I'm just not too impressed with the sound of the weapons. So we're first going to go over the negatives, and then there's a whole bunch of positives. But I'm really not impressed with the sound of the weapons. You know, if you take a minute to go check out, you know, Call of Duty, Fortnite, really any other game out there, the weapons, I mean, they just sound so freaking awesome. You know, and I'm just disappointed, you know, that, you know, the weapons don't sound as good as they should. That was one of the real disappointments for me. You know, there's this whole hype about the you know, really forcing the game to be a cover-based shooter. So I will agree that they've accomplished that, but I mean, to be honest with you, it's no different than running a high DPS build. So, you know, I definitely think that it is something that you're going to see in the game right now. But as you see right now, a lot of times I don't fight from cover, but then there are times that I do. But it just doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Especially, you know, I've got a 9K firearm Banshee, and you pretty much got to play the same way. I mean, you got to fight from cover. You can't be the first one in the fight. You just can't. Hey, Child of Light. No, I'm actually back now. I'm actually back. But thank you for asking. Hey, what's going on, my man, Chris? How you doing? Welcome to the. I think this is Chris. Yeah, Chris. What's going on? Welcome to the live stream. So, you know, it is something that you do have to do. But again, it's no different than running a high firearm build. And if any of you guys played the Division 1, it's only an update away when we get more armor, we get, you know, stronger, and then you'll see people either fighting more from cover, or you'll see people running around playing just like they do now. So that's always something, you know, that we got to take into account, because again, right now we're in the whole toughness meta, where, you know, toughness is the thing. You have a lot of people running around with Nomad, and so I mean, you just see people being really, you know, bullet spongy right now. But, you know, a couple updates ago, that wasn't the case, man. I mean, everybody was running, you know, high firearms. I think I was running 250k firearms, which was like dumb squishy at the time. I mean, it was like, you know, getting shot once or twice. My gamer tag is per Xerxes. Okay, got it, bro. Thank you, man. Xerxes, that's right. Thank you for helping me, man, because you've been in the stream, man. I appreciate you helping me get that right, Xerxes. Appreciate that, bro. And again, thank you for coming through. So, you know, you guys, we're really only a meta 2 away from the damage, you know, being changed and us having more armor or less armor. So this, you know, this hype that's gone on about the whole thing about with the whole shoot from cover. It's just, you know, it's not that, you know, it's not that crucial to me. One of the other things that I do not like, and this will probably be the last 2 or 3 things that I don't like. One of the things that I don't like, okay, is the game is almost impossible to run with any level of dominance as a solo player. That is one of the main things that I'm just not too happy with, guys. I really am not. You have no chance coming up on a team of 4, you know, whereas right now in the division, you can kind of hang with a team of 4. You know, if you know what you're doing, you can hang. You know, you can, you know, make it. You can make a, you know, a dent on some squads, and you can do a whole lot, okay, as a solo player. Here in the Division 2, that whole solo thing, man, you can kind of forget about it. And a lot of times, I do run as a solo player. I mean, I just like the solo gameplay, and I like being able to talk to the subs and people in the live stream. So for me, it's just you know, that's one of the more disappointing things. And so I think once they figure out that people that play solo, like a lot of streamers tend to do, I think that that's going to be the start of some changes with the whole armor, or some adjustments to the game, because you got to understand there are, you know, people that play in groups, and then there's people like me that play solo. Now, that being said, we're going to go into some of the good things, and it's actually going to be a whole lot more, okay? A whole lot more, all right? I served in the United States Marine Corps, and I was United States Marine Corps infantry. And so the whole gameplay in this, it feels a lot more like militaristic, if you will. It requires a lot more strategy, and you do have the power to fight back against a superior force. Oh, right here, man. Hey, those drones at the gate, you guys, really the real deal Holyfield. Those drones at the checkpoints, they will shut you completely down. I promise. If you sleep on them, they're gonna sleep you for real. All right, in addition to that, guys, this whole strategic thing, I mean, I actually like it. I actually like it. I actually like, as you're watching in the gameplay right now, I actually like this whole rogue activity thing, okay? It's kind of like, my analysis basically is, it gives you, or the people that are addicted to going rogue, it gives them the ability to go rogue and not necessarily have to go around smashing other players. So I think that that's what the developers had in mind, because some people, they just have this like fascination with freaking going rogue, with being rogue, you know, and killing other players. All right, so right here you'll see one of the rogue activities, of course, right? It's when you can go into the rogue hideout. I think this is awesome. All right, this was probably the best thing in the world because there's nothing funnier than having a whole server waiting outside, knowing you're in the rogue hideout and that you're about to come out. I mean, that is freaking ingenious. I love it. I absolutely love it. And of course, you know that once you go in there, you can get the shock bullets and put them on them kids as soon as you come out. Normalization, which is what I'm looking at right now. I'm not a big fan of the normalization. Okay, not a big fan of it. Why is that? People that played the first division gotta be considered the real soldiers. Division 1, 1.0, everybody that put that freaking CD in their PlayStation or turned their Xbox on or their PC on, when you walk through the gates of the DZ, we're all in there together. There was no World Tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was no normalization. None of that was going on. You had to go into the dark zone and be a freaking soldier. You understand what I'm saying? You had to be a soldier. I remember going to extractions and being such a noob that the people, we would have teams roll up on us and they wouldn't even shoot us. Because we were so new, we were so, you know, like so green. After we extracted, we got that work. But what I'm saying is, we had to work to be in the DZ. You know, you had to work to be able to get stuff from the dark zone. And it was all better stuff. Now, I think what the devs are doing is it's kind of a slap in the face to vets, meaning that, you got some noobs that can come into the dark zone and be in there for a week, and you've been playing for 2 or 3 months, and your gear is normalized. You know, they farm for a day or two, and they've got, you know, they're all kind of on the same playing field as you. I'm not a big fan of that. Eventually, I think that will backfire because the division is a game of grinders. You know, people that put in work. And I think that a lot of people are extremely offended at, excuse me, at attempts to make it easier for people to come in that haven't put in the work. My man Napalm said, I felt actual fear in the DZ. Face to Foot said, normalization checkpoint turns won't be an issue simply because the agents that play PvP will be in the occupied DZ. Right now, that is a very good thing for you to bring up right there. This whole idea of the occupied DZ. All right. For me, this just kind of says, you know, DZ 9 packed with NPCs, and you know, the boys with them robots. So I do agree. I think that that's going to be a nice thing. My man Chris says Occupied DZ was their answer, but was it enough? Man, this is weird watching. Yeah, man. Hey, but yeah, man, I'm trying to give you guys a fix, man, because I've been having needing that fix for the DZ, man. So, you know, I'm doing a little live stream with the footage that all of the stuff that I clipped up for you guys. Again, I had to leave for a family emergency, so, you know, I wasn't able to, I mean, I had to leave, you know, immediately. So, with that being said, it's so different from Division 1. Yeah, you know what? It is very different from Division 1. In fact, it's more like Ghost Recon, which is what a lot of people have said. Now, let me say this. One of the other things that I like, and if you've played, you know you get all of the weapons, all the exotics. It's like you're getting all the exotics from Division 1, but they're weapons that you can pick up. So if you look here where I'm playing, I'm actually using the showstopper. And I'm sure you guys got a chance to see. I think one of my homeboys got the Urban MDR. I think I saw some people with something that looked like the pecan. And of course the house double. So my man Child of Light says, did they ever give out rewards for shields you earn in Division 1? No, I don't believe you're gonna actually get those until the actual game is released in March. Now, I was playing with some people, and they said that they got their like they were saying they got like their little backpack charms, whatever the case is. I heard someone say that they actually got that stuff. Yo. These boys was catching work, you guys. I'm so upset. So upset I didn't get a chance to give it to him like I wanted to. But I really like the fact that you do still get your weapons. I don't like the kind of lackluster graphics when you're doing when those when your skills and talents, when they're going off like the seeker mine, the airburst, it really is not impressive. But hey, whatever. It's the beta. Hopefully it'll get a little bit better. Now, if you look now, we're running around. You're gonna see that we're rogue. Hey, you know what? I'm actually not gonna go over that because you guys played the beta. But here, let's go on to the next topic. One of the other things that I do like is I do like the new menus, the ability to join players. I do like how that works. I like how the ability to flag rogue is now changed to the same button that we use for the map. I kind of like all those things, man. Those are actually really, really good twists. One thing that I will say in favor, let's see what Face of Foot said. He says everybody gonna be looking for gear extractions will be ground zero. Yes, that's correct. Let's not fool ourselves. This is Face of Foot. He says, let's not fool ourselves. The PvPers that kept Division 1 alive were told to stand in the corner. Division 2 is a PvE game. That's very true. The thing about Division 2, this is from Chris. He says the thing about Division 2 is that the pistols are as strong as ARs and SMG. That's, you know what, that is good because I love pistols, man. That's my thing. So yeah, I'm happy about that. I think somebody tried to cut our rope. I think one of the things that does work in a solo player's favor in this game is the model that we had in the Marine Corps, and that was hit him first, hit him. It goes hit him first, hit him hard, and keep hitting him. That was our phrase. Okay, hit him first. Oh. Look at that showstopper, though. I can't remember if I got this dude up or not. All right. So this whole thing in the Marines, we said, hit him first, hit him hard, and keep hitting him. That is one thing that really goes for the Division 2, and I think will actually help solo players. If you're committed to being a rogue and you have your little drone up, you flag off, you drop some secret mines, or you drop some grenades, whatever on the people, you have the ability in the first strike to wipe out a good number of people if you're coordinated. I think in terms of extractions and hijacking them, it's gonna be more of a kill everybody and hijack versus how I do it now. With I have so much toughness that you know, it doesn't matter if people are shooting me or not. What I really think this game is going to turn into is a skill builds, electronics, skill player paradise. I think that these skills and stuff that you get, I think they're going to be the real determining factor in the Division 2. Zero says at least there's time. There's still time for devs to make improvements because it's still in development, and you get to help the devs identify the problems. Hey Zero, I agree with you. I agree with you. That's kind of why I want to do streams like this, and hopefully, if they're seen, you're gonna get some people seeing you guys' comments as well as hearing my commentary, because I make sure all of the chat is visible when someone comes back and watches the replay. But I agree with you that we do have a chance to help make a change in the game, and I really hope that some of those things do happen. And I am throwing salt on some of the larger YouTubers, but I hope that they take the time to listen to the people, and not just the people that they think are gonna get 200,000 or 300,000 views, 1 million views, and they're just like, I love the Division, I think the game is awesome, I think it's great, I love the graphics, I love the movement, I mean, slurp slurp, can I come back down to your studio, slurp slurp, I mean, I love the game and I just think it's great, and slurp slurp. I mean, it's there's enough of those going around, so I kind of want to look at these kids right here. They already know it's coming. I feel so bad for these dudes. I feel so bad for these kids, man. I think I put the drone on him. Did I put the drone? He got down. Yeah, see, if you're the dominating force, man, if you're the aggressor, you tend to get in and dominate pretty quick, guys. But I really hope that we can make a difference. If we could make any difference, man. I mean, come on. The Division 2 has always had the worst sounding weapons. It's pew, 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 pew. But I mean, if you play any other game, man, you hear like the do 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 do. You can hear like the rich sound in the weapon fire. So that's again, that's something that I wish would really improve. My man Chado said slurp slurp. Shots fired. Shots fired, bro. Slurp slurp. Hey, that's what we would say when I was in the Marines, when our platoon commander would be like, hey, did everybody get done what they needed to get done? And, they would have somebody be like, yes, sir, I did it as soon as you told me, sir. In fact, I found out and I knew you were going to ask, so I just did it early. And, like, right when the person was talking, somebody would go, slurp, 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 So, yeah, that's from the Marines, man. That's how Marines get down. But again, guys, I love the gameplay. I'm not trying to be salty about that, because I do love the gameplay. I do love the way the game looks. I mean, the simple fact of the matter is the Division is not, I mean, I don't care what they do. The Division is not one of the more, graphically rich games. I mean, it never has been. And I really don't expect it to be. I mean, if you look at the Division 2 and then go look at Call of Duty, I mean, just the colors are so much richer. It just, so, but in terms of the Division and the way the Division looks and all that stuff, yeah, that's great, man. I mean, it is like an improvement, But this buddy over here, with the shield was the truth. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh yeah, this is where we got cooked. Smack him, Apex. Yeah, but I got mobbed there, squad. I got mobbed there. Hey, buddy ran up and thought he was finna face tank me. Man, I hit him with that showstopper. He probably ain't even know it was in the game at that point. And I showstoppered the shit out of Buddy. My man held this snow right there is doing work. It is on PC. My 1300 GPU can't run it smooth at fork. Oh, really? Yeah, you know what? I actually, although I play on PlayStation, I actually use a Elgato, and I stream through my PC with a quad something 7 i7 something like that. I mean, I got the best quality that's out right now. And I mean, it looks good, you know, to me. It looks good to me, but I know a lot of PC players, they want to run a little bit higher graphics, you know, with a little bit higher resolution. So, but I get that. The other thing, guys, I'm looking through my menu right now, hopefully long enough to tell about it, but I like how the menu works now. I don't like how the deconstruction thing works. I wish that would be a little bit better. But I overall, I like how the menus work. It feels a lot smoother to me. I like that there's shorts in the game right now. You know, that's cool as hell. I also, you know what I also like? I also like the diversity of weapons. I really, really do. Still having a little bit of issue kind of understanding how like the gear set thing doesn't work. Still kind of having an issue with that. But overall, I think throughout the game I was really running actually something that in the current game, the Division 1 would be considered a skill build. I really focused on getting all the pieces that would increase my skill power, just because that gun turret puts in crazy work and it don't miss. You can't ignore the gun turret in Division 2 like you ignore the one in Division 1, because it's gonna get your attention. Let's see, Face of Foot said, let's see, let's go back to Zero Assassin. Yeah, I just hope it doesn't turn out like Fallout 76. Hey man, let me say something. That Fallout 76, I almost pre-ordered that. When I tell you I would have been crazy effing mad if I had got that game, I swear I can't believe people was playing that, man. And it was like, I normally go by GameStop and I ask them, you know, what games are getting the most pre-orders, and it gives me an idea of, it gives me an idea of where the biggest hype is going to be, what games are going to be played, and what games I need to consider. Then I decide if I'm even going to play that kind of game, and I go from there. And Fallout was by far one of the largest pre-order games of the year. I mean, it's just huge pre-order. Division 2 is up there. Call of Duty was really high. Red Dead Redemption was super high. But that Fallout 76 was up there. And it's straight boo-boo, man. It's straight boo-boo. And I really hope that the devs don't shoot themselves in the foot like they did with the Division 1. You know, getting millions of people to play the game on release. And next thing you know, there's nobody playing the freaking game. And they're losing millions of players because they don't want to fix glitches, you know. So, Chris, let's see what else we have right here. Face of Foot says, we're all just too new to it, but I'm extremely worried about the cheats and exploits. Yeah. And so if you check out a player, his name is Lombax Gaming. He shows this glitch or this whatever happened, and there's a guy on his team, and he's literally running around like the freaking Flash. Like, he's just literally running around like the Flash. And this was in his actual gameplay. So it wasn't like, he did anything special. He was playing with somebody, and the next thing you know, the guy took off, and I mean, it was like 5 times as fast as you see a player normally running, if not 10 times. I mean, it was insane. Chris, the rifles are very good. The MK variants also, yes, they are. I'm a full-time support player and can't wait for the end game to see what can really be done with the skills. Yeah, Function Land, Funko Land GameStop got you, bro. Funko Land. Yo, man, some of you guys be killing me in the stream, man. That's my man, Child of Light, though, man. I love you, bro. But yeah, you guys. So some of the things that that are supposed to be good, damn, false expectations that we don't want to fall victim to again. Here's the thing: if any of the devs come across just the one thing that I want them to get out of this live stream is that they need to make the game do what they say it's going to do. That was a problem with Division 1. The game did not do what they said it was going to do. This thing that you see where you have to get behind cover and you have to stop moving the hill, I don't like that. But you know what? For 3 years, these guys could not get the healing down pat. I don't know if you remember how med kits used to work, or your healing used to work. Boom, you hit it, you get the healing, and then it take like 5 seconds for you to heal, and by that time you normally be dead. Then the next thing was you could shoot your heal on the ground, and then everybody could run through it and get healed multiple times. Okay. I mean, I don't know how many times I got bodied by somebody doing that, because when that was out, I wasn't all that good at the game. But we went from there to shooting the heals on the ground, and they didn't do a damn thing. They would just hit the ground and just kind of sparkle. You run through them and you couldn't heal. They could never get it right. Why they nerf the support station right now in Division 1, I don't know. But the fact is, they could never, ever, ever get the healing right in Division 1. So I don't have a problem with them, making it to where you gotta stop and you gotta heal yourself. Because you know what? Every time I did that, it worked. That's all I'm saying. If they're going to change the game and they're going to make it like that, just make it work. I don't want to stand there and cover and heal all the way up and then only have like 2 bars of armor because my heal didn't work or it glitched out. I don't want to do that. If you want us to get in cover, I buy it. Okay, I'm with you. Let's do it. But just make sure it works. Just make sure it works. Face of Foot says the 3-second armor kit is their answer to the heal delay. That's correct. That is correct. That is the answer to the heal delay. So see, they call it something else, right? But the vets that play the game, they understand like, oh, okay, they're doing that because there was a problem with the heal delay. This is the workaround. Now there's not going to be a heal delay. Bravo. We actually don't have a problem with it. You understand? And that's what Face of Foot was just talking about. So we don't actually have a problem with the, with that not working. I got a problem. With them goddamn turrets outside. I got a problem with them goddamn turrets outside the checkpoints. But I mean, I understand the reason why they're there. They don't want, people to have the frustration of just getting camped at the doors no more. I mean, I got that, but you know what? That's really, that's. I mean, all Rogues are gonna do is just stand back from the turrets. So I mean, they gonna come out the door and they gonna feel okay. I doubt it. I mean, they gonna have to try to get out somehow. So it doesn't matter if I'm Rogue and I go to the checkpoint and the gun turns is there. I'm just not gonna go near the gun turns. I'm gonna just stay back and wait for them to come past the gun turns, and then I'm gonna kill them. And the DZ is so small, if you think you're gonna come out another checkpoint and go pick your stuff up, you're gonna get bodied over there too. So, not a fan of the gun turns, but I think that, it's something that is palatable. Like, I can take that, you know. But I just want it to do what it says it's gonna do. Like, I don't want to come out of the checkpoint and all the damn turrets are down. You understand what I'm saying? Or I don't want to glitch when everybody gets the shields, where they can come up and, you know, walk past the turrets with the damn shields and you know, camp the turrets and camp the checkpoint and kill people anyway. You know, if that's what the turrets are there for, just make sure they work. Face of Foot says also, we haven't seen what the healing skills are capable of either. That is very correct, because as you may know, you guys in the live stream, we were limited on the skills that we had access to use. So some of the things like the pulse and stuff like that, we didn't, you know, we didn't have that. Okay. Face of Foot says the fire turret was locked in the beta. Yes, that's correct. It's locked. That's poor player skills. You getting checkpointed, fast travel somewhere else. Xerxes said that's poor player skills. Hey man, I'm with you all the way, man. Because if you get in checkpoint camp, man, why don't you just go? But there's somebody, you know, there's some people that I don't know. They don't take no for an answer. They don't give up. So it don't matter. They gonna keep coming out getting killed. They got them gun turrets out there right now, but people still gonna come out and get killed. I guarantee you, people still gonna come out and get killed. And it's you know, so those things, you know, that's nice. That's nice. But you know, I think that ultimately, it's not gonna save players the way that they think it is. I just don't. One of the other things that I do like in this game, this is a big thing, man. Big thing is the requirement of people to work together if you want to group PvP. What that means is you've got some people that you play with that are just really that good, you know. They really know how to play the game. And if you get them on your team, you're liable not to see them half the damn game. You know, they'll be across the DZ fighting, you know, taking out people that you're trying to catch up with them. I mean, I think everybody has people like that on their squad. Somebody that, you know, you're like, all right, I'm in DZ2 at the extraction. And then by the time they get there, they're like, manhunt. They're like, yeah, it was like a team out there. I killed all of them. I think that it forces those really good players to only be really good when they're with their teams. And I kind of like that, because if I'm in a group because I want to play in a group. I'm not in a group because I want to see how good you are by yourself. I'm in a group because I want to play together in the group, and you know, I want to go up against groups, and I don't want to be the only one getting shot. You know, simple as that. So I think that the change in the gameplay now, and forcing you to be in a, you know, whole cover-based shooter type situation, I think that actually enriches the group play. I think it really does. And some of the clips I have here, you'll actually see when we go rogue and how rapidly we wipe out one person. And then you'll see clips where I go rogue and I'm kind of getting them really quick. There's actually one clip, I don't know if it's going to come up here pretty soon, but there's a guy clearing a landmark, and I'll run up and I just, like, you know, hit him with the showstopper a couple of times, and that's it. I mean, you are powerful. You do have the ability to go after teams if you're in an organized group, but if you're sloppy and you're not organized, you will get wrecked. You will get wrecked. Let's see what else we're looking at here.
Fussbot is here to save the day. Now use commands like coin, rank, raffle, and more to get even more out of Apex Agents gaming.
One of the things I do like as a hijacker is I do like how close the extractions are. And so that gives me the ability to quickly traverse the dark zone trying to get them extractions. And once I get a little bit more things tweaked for this new, game, I think I'm going to be wiping squads out at the extractions. I think that that's going to be the thing. Just to come up, try to catch them all grouped up, and just like, hit them with a whole bunch of firepower real quick. And people generally go down real quick. So I think that if you can focus damage in one person taking them down, then it's going to, definitely give you the ability. It's definitely going to give you the ability to take out entire teams. But again, it's extremely hard being a solo player. Let's see what the stream is saying.
All find its way in this new game, but we should not have the bugs from the first game teleporting NPCs stuck on cover.
All right.
Skills, etc.
Xerxes says, I didn't like the fact that when me and my team were manhunt and one of us went down, the turret would not let us out the checkpoint. Okay, so let's address that. That happened to us a couple of times. As soon as, one of the team members went down, he could not get back. And at that point, guys, what we actually had to do is come out of the checkpoint and sprint. We had to sprint away from the checkpoint. And that was the only, I think I actually showed that a little bit earlier in the stream, that we came out of the checkpoint. It was just like, you get that little timer, and once that timer starts, you got to get yourself away from that checkpoint. And so that was our answer to it. As soon as we came out, we like sprinted. But I don't know if that was kind of like a glitch in the game. Let's say like the countdown went a little bit quicker. But I definitely did see that. And I definitely didn't realize that there were points when I didn't realize that I was actually within gun range. I didn't actually realize that I was standing a little bit too close. Even though I wasn't at the checkpoint, I was actually kind of down the street a little bit. And I was still getting work from them turrets. I sure was. Excuse me. So let's see what else everybody is also saying in the stream. Face to Foot says the normalist DZ will become the PvE DZ that's been cried for by the same agents that tears. So he said those same trash kids that couldn't play in the DZ, they've kind of created the normalized DZ just because certain people couldn't get in the DZ, and that's very true. I think that because certain players couldn't get in the DZ and they couldn't really play, the devs wanted to do something to allow them into DZ, which, what, I think in the Division 1 that may have been something, but in the Division 2 there has been so much effort and so much energy placed on the open world, the outside PvE, the in-game mission, the updates that are going to be free, all of the special bells and whistles that are coming in Division 2 to enrich the in-game and the overall PvE experience. I don't, I guess, you understand what I mean, stream, when I say that? I guess it's like, here's what I mean. There's so much to do in the open world. There's so much that you can explore and that you can do, and the random encounters and all this stuff that they put all this time and effort into. In my opinion, once you come in the Dark Zone, you should catch effing hell. It's the opposite. When you come into DZ, you should catch freaking hell. Right now, when you go into the open world in Division 1, there's not really a whole lot to do that you haven't done at least 20 times. There's not. you can only run the open world bosses so many times. How many thousands of times have you ran the Lexington Event Center? How many times have you speed run some of these other missions trying to farm them? I mean, the open world is pretty freaking boring. And then when you get into DZ, that's where all the real action is. So I think that, it should kind of keep along those lines, actually, that you can go into the open world, but now they have so much more, so that's a plus. But when you go into the dark zone, there should be no mercy. There should be no mercy. No normalized. You know what I thought would have been really nice? It would have been a simple solution, not too much coding. Put freaking hunters in the dark zone, and the hunters go after manhunts. Excuse me. Put hunters in the dark zone. That would have been Division 2 right now. Hunters in the DZ. Like 1 million people that came back just to go manhunt and have a freaking squad of 4 hunters roll up on them, and the hunters don't fight people that are not rogue. I mean, you could do something like that. That would have resolved everything. Everybody be playing the freaking Division again. Let's look at some more comments. Yeah, Chris said, you know what? There are gonna be cheats and glitches, but there's no way that we should still be dealing with the same glitches from the first game in the Division 2, because according to them, that was the whole reason of not giving us another update for the Division 2, but Division 1, but actually going into the Division 2. One of the main reasons that they said that is because they wanted to address all the bugs, and they didn't want to have a system that would allow any of those bugs to get in. But unfortunately, I don't believe that that's going to be true. Xerxes said, normalized DZ gonna be just as rogue prevalent because players, PvEers, will still spec into PvE talents, and rogues go spec into killing. Oh my god. Oh my man. Xerxes, I had to turn on my mic. Cough, bro. Hold on, I gotta drink some water. Hold on, man. Oh, water's good. Xerxes, my man, you killing me. Hey, Xerxes, you're telling the absolute truth. You're still gonna walk into the DZ and have like a whole lobby of PvEers running around trying to hit landmarks, and we're just gonna be running up mashing them. But like any good PvEer, Xerxes, they're gonna have like one loadout and they're gonna come out and secret mine the hell out of us. It's gonna be that one squad that has like all maxed out drones, and them hoes gonna be everywhere. Them hoes gonna be everywhere, man. Gun turrets, secret mines, and drones, man. And that's what they gonna hand us when we roll up on them. Face to Foot says, yeah, if you want to farm, stay in the LZ period. If you step into the DZ, expect to kill, die. He said if you want to farm, stay in the light zone period. If you step into the DZ, expect to kill, die, and have your gear stolen. I mean, you gotta expect that. You gotta expect at least 50 within the first couple months, guys. You gotta know you're gonna have at least 40 to 50% of your stuff stolen. The only thing that I have to be mindful of now is that this is the Division 2, and so because I have everything that I want in the Division 1, I get stuff that I hijack and I deconstruct it all the time. I mean, I don't use it at all. So I've got to remember when I hijack people to extract the stuff. He said, without Pred and Nomad, what a PVU's gonna do? A face and foot, they ain't gonna do a damn thing but die. And the funny thing about people playing the beta, it's like 9 times out of 10 when you kill them, they didn't come back. Like, they didn't come back. And I think that that's gonna be, I think that that's gonna be a major thing right there. That there are gonna be a lot of noobs. Like right now in the division, if you go in there, it's just mostly vets. You don't run into too many noobs. I mean, you do, but you know, a lot of people when you go in, man, they've got everything. They're in there trying to get it. They're trying to find you. They're trying to get that, you know, yellow skull above their head. So I think that everything is going to change now, because you don't see people really trying to kill you for your gear now. And I think that, you know, a lot of people have forgotten that happens. People have forgotten that when you go into the dark zone, people are trying to, you know, gear up, trying to get gear, trying to, you know, do whatever they can to get the best stuff. But everybody's got it now. I mean, there's still some people looking to get a house. You know, there's still some people trying to get urban MDRs. There's still some people trying to get showstoppers, you know. But the majority of players, they already got it. And so you're not really experiencing the pressure of getting jacked. Except as, you know, for somebody like me, just didn't want to come cut ropes. But other than that, people like farming. I mean, you can kill, you know, be killed by some manhunts or whatever and come back and half your stuff still be there, you know. And it just, people is not picking it up, you know. So guys, that's kind of, you know, my thoughts on the game so far. I'm actually going to be trying to give everybody their fix. And by that I mean I'm going to be doing live streams. I'm going to be putting in gameplay and giving everybody to kind of voice their opinions, let people know what they think, and, you know, hopefully some folks will take notice and the word will get out. One of the main things that we're expecting is for people to be able to keep their word, and that means the game needs to do what they say it's going to do. PvEers need to be put on notice. You need to stay in the light zone, because if you come in the dark zone, all this whole shoot from cover thing, man, it's not gonna be what you think. You guys are gonna still tell them no, they still gonna be in there getting that work. I even think over here we wrecked this dude. I think I wrecked this dude because we were trying to get the supply drop, and Buddy rolled up and tried to take it from us. In fact, for the last part of the stream, what I'll do is I'll turn the game audio up, or we can kind of just have some discussions about the gameplay, what you guys think. We'll put in a little bit more time. So here we go. I'm going to turn up the game audio.
nothing, now all of my niggas be trying to get meals.
Entering dog zone.
I put my all into these niggas.
Heavily armed hostiles guarding location nearby.
I gave my all to the
DZ drop claimed by agent.
I'm sick and tired of niggas, swear to God.
An agent needs assistance.
Bless America.
Dog zone drop has expired.
Okay, so I don't know.
I'm in the booth, I get this spit and James press the card. I do this for my niggas, do this for my lord.
Who is that?
For my baby, do this for my moms. I do this for this money, niggas, swear to God.
Yeah, this is how I like to get at people now.
Agent down. A nearby agent has killed another agent.
Look at how these gun turrets put in work, man. I mean, they put in crazy work. Yo, man, these we got at them old school right here. So one of the things, if you haven't noticed in the game, is that the shotguns put in crazy work.
Players. Snow.
Yeah, so
Oh my God, you crossed.
the crawling in this game is crazy slow. I didn't realize I was the only one alive. The wave.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Yo,
What's up?
what's up? I was like, are you in a party or something? Or
Okay, hold on.
I just got a loss like 5 seconds ago. So that's pretty dope.
Oh yeah. Man, you guys gotta come back, man. You gotta come back, dude.
You really think that?
Hey, actually, you know what? I do agree with you, Face of Foot, that without seeing the end game, we don't really know. Yeah, you are correct. You are correct.
Phase 2 point. The shotgun port raised strong
Man, I swear these gun turrets put in work, you guys.
The fuck?
Hey, face the foot, you're right.
Bro, we're literally almost mad.
Okay, yes, you know what? Yes, that does open the game back up to a certain exploit. With those strike packs and those
Alright. The FAMAS looks so
Cronus Max, all those, you know, those guys are going to be selling, you know, mods specifically to get people ready for the Division 2. You know, they're going to be there, and I'm pretty sure they probably already have them, you know, worked out. I'm pretty sure they already have them worked out. But again, guys, this was just a quick review, just to give folks, you know, a chance to kind of get together, talk about what they liked, what they didn't like about the Division 2 beta that we played, and some of the things that they saw. I appreciate you guys, all of your comments, and I will be doing this a few more times, just to kind of keep everybody, you know, keep everybody fed. Because I know if you're like me, you want your Dark Zone fix. You want your Division 2 fix. You can't wait like me. So until the open beta comes out, I will definitely be doing some more Division 2 live streams. We'll be going over some game footage, looking at a few different things. The last thing that I'll show you guys, I'm actually going to pull up, let me see if I can show a quick comparison of what I'm talking about. We'll end with this, between the gunfire. So I'm going to fast forward this video. Hey, what's on, Roblox Gamer?
Face 2 foot. Lombax already put a video out on it.
Once you fired a flare to request an extraction, wait for the helo to arrive.
So
Once it does,
I'm gonna go fast forward so you guys can actually hear what I mean about the gunfire. Okay, so here we go. So just listen to the gunfire. That flashbang is OP. Did you guys see that flashbang? Look at the flashbang. The flashbang is OP. Look at that. That is so crazy. So again, what we're listening to is listen to the gunfire.
get those turrets back online.
Okay. So now, now we're gonna go to Call of Duty. I want you guys to listen to the gunfire in Call of Duty. You hear the difference in the sound of the weapon fire?
Xerxes X, Division 2 gone leave a whole group of players behind who can't adapt and overcome. Roblox Gamer 2248, but Darjar 21AR is hard as hell.
Alright, listen to the difference. Oh! Yo, let's go, that's me! I'm getting it, bro! I'm getting it on these boys. Look at this. No. To me, it just it sounds a little bit more crisp. Um, mm.
In the window like that, bro.
Listen to how the weapons sound. Yeah, this is it. I mean, for me, guys, you know what? I think there's some other games out there that have some really, really good sounding weapons.
Want even better content? Follow Apex Agents Gaming now on Facebook. D2 will have a changing of the guard.
So, you know, that's it, guys. I just wanted you to end up with hearing how some of the other games, you know, how the weapon fire sounded. To me, it's a huge, huge difference. Huge, huge difference. And anyway, that being said, man, I appreciate you guys coming through. Appreciate you checking out the live stream, man. And thank you guys for coming by, supporting the channel. If you do, man, definitely smash that subscribe button, man. Turn on bell notifications so you can come hang out with us whenever we do these live streams, man. Definitely gonna be in Division 2. Gonna be finishing up some accommodations I need to do for Division 1. Realm Royale is my sheezy. I'm on Call of Duty, Fortnite, and Red Dead Redemption. Alright? That being said, man, I appreciate you guys coming through the stream. It's your man Apex. I appreciate everybody, man. I'm out. Y'all be easy.